Okay, we're back. Now, in that other video I did of the granny square, we had used a slip knot. And that means you've got a tail here that is done. You know, you can't adjust it, you can't pull on it, can't do anything, and you may or may not want that. I'm going to show you another way of making the center same way, but you can then adjust the hole, because we had that hole there that was not adjustable. This way it's just using a magic circle to work it. So what you do is you make your normal magic circle, cough your head off, but yeah, whoopsies, didn't mean to hit the camera, but this is all I got, so. Let's see. Alright. Now, I'm still going to do double crochets, but we're going to do it in a magic circle. And you wonder how that might happen. Well, let me show you how it's going to happen, because I'm going to do it right now. Yay! So, you're going to chain 2, or, well, you want 2, yeah, this is good enough. So, you got your magic circle, and now we're going to just do some double crochets. Just like you've normally been doing them. So you got like that. You got the double crochet here. Okay. This chain that we did to begin with, that's one of the 3 that we need. Excuse me. Alright. Alright, so we got our first 3 double crochets. And then you chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then you do 3 more double crochets. Just kind of make sure that your end yarn and stuff doesn't get twisted. You want to keep this part kind of out, so. But there's a reason why I'm doing it so loose, okay? You can do it this way, and then you do 3 more double crochets. Just like this. You can pull on that just a little bit. That's how we're going to adjust it. So now what we want to do is 3 more chains. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 more double crochets. I'm hoping you kind of see a pattern here. Get it? Pattern. I'm so hilarious. So, anyways. My fingers would work. I hope you're seeing this. I'm trying to make it good. I guess you can kind of see how it's starting to form. Okay. And then you do 3 more chains. 1, 2, 3. And 3 more double crochets. There we go. can kind of see it's starting to get there. I'm going to pull this a little tight. Sorry, excuse me. Okay. Now what we want to do is 3 more chains. 1, 2, 3. And we want to go back to our starting chain, which is right here. And we want to put the slip stitch. We're going to do a slip stitch into these 2 loops right here. You know, you got your 1, 2, 3. See how it's 1, 2, 3. We're going to just do it there. So let's put this in here so it's not. Ugh. That's 1. I will get it. Sometimes I have. There we go. Alright. So we're going to slip stitch this. Hopefully. It's a little tight. Come on. Okay, well, if you're going to be stubborn about it. Ha 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 ha! I win, you lose. See, yarn is, you know, a competition with yourself. So, anyways, that's hooked up. Now what you can do, and you can do this anytime you want, but I'm just doing it now, is you just pull on that tail. See, when we did the other one, when we did the other granny square, it had a finite hole. You know, that's what it was. If you pull on this and pull it and keep pulling on it, you can actually adjust the size of the hole in relation to there. See, you can make it a much smaller, tighter hole. So I kind of like that, because if you want a really tiny hole, look at that. You got a really tiny hole. See? It's just like that. Well, it doesn't hold up, but there's that. So I hope you can see it. Just a teeny tiny hole by doing it, and you can still, you have your nice gaps right here. You got your 1, 2, 3, 4. You got your 4 gaps to begin with. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the red yarn that I got right here, simply to show you the next round. My color change on this granny square is going to suck, because it's not meant to be pretty, because I'm not using this yarn to color change between a granny square colors. I'm not doing that here, and so I'm not going to make it all that nice looking. So let me put these away. Where's my hooks? Okay. So what we want to do is, we've got our granny square with our 4 hooks. We're going to, or 4 gaps. I'm going to put in a new color, simply to make my life a little easier and to showcase the differences for the next row. Okay? Where is it? So this chain is going to be a little loose, and it's going to carry up, because again, I don't want to cut either one of these yarns. So it's just going to show, but I'm using it to, I'm going to be using the red to go around. I'm not going to try and hide the color change, because at this stage I don't care. It's not about the color change, it's about changing the rows, or seeing the difference of rows. So first I'll chain up 2, and again, you can do it in a couple ways. If you're going to do what she does, which again is a perfectly good method, it was in that other video, you would chain a 3rd one and start your gap, or start your 3 triple crochets, or 3 double crochets right here. I'm going to flip it and go around the other way, because I just like that way better for my own personal preference. So I've got 2. I flip it around. Like I said, I'm not cutting this yarn, so this stuff is just going to hang out. Then I'm going to do my normal 3 triple, or sorry, I think I got a cold or something, but my bind is not working. But I'm going to do my 3 double crochets right here. And this is just like what we did in the other video, but so I'm going to go a little bit faster because I want to get to the 3rd row. So I do 3 3 chains right here. Then I'm going to do 3 more double crochets. Okay. Chain 1, 3 more double crochets. Sorry. I know I'm going a little fast on this particular one because I'm doing the exact same thing I did just a few moments ago in the other video. And I don't see any reason to, when I want to get to the 3rd level. But you can see why I wanted to switch to a different color, and then I'll switch back to the blue for the next row, so you can really see the differences of what's going on for the gaps and stuff. So, see how it's, we got the 2 right here, we got the 2 right here, got the center, you got the kind of a clover leaf thing on there. Alright. Left. Chain 1. Alright, chain 3, and then 3 more double crochets. Chain 1, and then 3 more double crochets. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then three more double crochets. Alright, chain 1, and then we're going to look for the slip stitch hole. It's going to be this one right here. We want to go into that one and this loop. So this one and that one, this one and that one, this one and that one, this one and that one. I just felt like saying that over and over again. I don't know why. And the reason why I'm kind of struggling is this yarn is not meant for this size of a hook. So, except when I put enough slack into it, it actually works. Yeah. Alright. Now, like I said, I am not worrying about the color changes. I'm using this to just showcase the different rows. So we've got, you can see our first granny square right here in the center, and if I pull this, it'll make that hole smaller again. See? That's why I kind of like the magic circle. I don't know if you can see that. But you have your granny square stuff there, and now we got the various gaps that we had before that you saw. We have the same, Jesus, gap here, gap here, 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 and there's a gap right here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to use some more of the blue yarn, because I'm going to go up, and then we're going to put various crochets. You know, we'll have 6 on the corners and then 1s in the center gaps. So that's where we're going to go here. And so let me take the 16 million hooks I got out here. That's going to be fun putting them back in my hook case. And let's see, I want to bring the red over, because even though I don't care about the color change, see, this is why it's messy, because I'm not cutting the yarn. So, but I want to climb it up just to show the difference in rows, okay? So I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna just pull on the yarn just to get it down. Now what I'm going to do again is I'm going to flip it, because I want to start, I flipped it, and I'm going to start by putting, you know, I've got my first chain right there. I'm going to put 2 more in this gap right here. So you'll have our first our first set of double crochets right here in this gap, and then we just follow along on that pattern again. But I wanted to show it to you using a different color, so it's hopefully a little easier for you to see. So I got 1, Alright, so we got our first 3 stitches there, and then we're going to go ahead and chain 1, because we're in a center spot, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets right here. Then you do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 more double crochets. So doing a granny square isn't that hard. I don't do them all that often. I haven't actually done a granny square for 5+ years, I think, because I just found them boring. You know, when I had other things I wanted to try and explore, and it was just a little monotonous for me. But there are lots and lots of things out there that are very pretty, and you can make, you know, blankets and afghans and all that. You want to chain 1 here, and then do 3 more double crochets. So center thing don't like me because I made the stitches loose. Okay, so we got that. chain 1 because we're going into the corner. So we'll be doing here. We'll do 3 more double crochets. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 more double crochets. All right, now we want to do a chain of 1 because we're going into like the middle spot, and then 3 more double crochets. Now, chain 1 once you get those 3 because we're going into a corner. And this is where we'll get 6 double crochets in the corner. Like what we've been doing. Okay, so we got 3. Now we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And 3 more double crochets. Alright, we're going into a middle gap, so we chain 1, and we're just putting 3 in the center area right here. Alright, and then we're coming to the last corner. So we want to chain 1, and then we're going to do 3 double crochets right here. Chain 3. And then 3 more double crochets. I need to connect I'll connect this one with a single crochet and then a slip stitch there. But can you kind of see how it's working out? You got the corners. You got your corners right here. And now see how we went from the center had nothing, right? No middle gaps or anything, just the center. Now we had 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when we got our 4 here, we had more gaps that we were doing. So, you know, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And now when we come to this next row, We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we created one. Let's see. What do we got here? When we went through around, we created, should be 12 guys. Let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I just haven't put that one there. And if you want, I can get my crochet hooks and show you where all the gaps are going to be again, because that way you don't get confused. Well, you probably will get confused because I'm being probably over explaining crap in here, but oh well. So, let's see if I can, it helps if I actually put it on the film. Okay, gap, gap, gap. And like I said, I'll put a thing right there. So we got a gap right here. I'm running out of crochet hooks, I think. Oh, no, I got a few more. See? For when you go to do your next one, where all those crochet hooks are, not this one because that's my working one, so ignore that one. That's where all your next rows of crochet stuff is going to be. So I will do a third row, but this video is getting, I think, a little long. Well, I'll just leave it on. Make it all one level or one video. But you can kind of see where we're going to be putting our gaps and all that stuff in a few seconds. So let me get rid of these hooks. And that's going to be so much fun putting them back in my hook bag. Oh well. It's all good. Grab these, put them over here. And let me switch out this. Let me connect these up. Oh, evidently the cats are not going to be bothering me today. One's on my lap, or on my feet, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to chain one, slip stitch into this, and I am going to bring up the red just to show the levels again. I'm not doing a switch in color video or anything like that. This is literally just so we can see the next row and make it a lot easier on us. And so next thing I'm going to do is I got my first thing. I'm going to flip it again. So yeah, this is not pretty, but I don't want to cut the yarn. So I'm going to do 3 double crochets in this one again. And I've got the chain that counts as 1, so I only need to do 2 in this particular section. And now what we're going to do is chain 1, and we're going to put 6 in the corner with the 3 chains in the separating the two sets. There's that. That's 1, 2, 3. So I got 3 right there. Then I got 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do another set into that same corner. Just like that. Chain 1. Now we got 2 gaps here. We're going to put a set of 3 in here and a set of 3 in here. but it's like the center parts. The corners are the only ones that get 3 chains. These will get 1, if you know what I mean. So we do 3 in here because we already did our, well, I think we did our 1 chain. So we got 3 right here. Now we chain 1. Do our 3 double crochets into it. Now we're going back to the corner. So we'll chain 1 right here and 3 more crochets into this corner. And if you accidentally miss a double crochet in here, don't panic, because everybody does. You know, at some point you're going to be like, something don't look right here. And it's because you probably forgot to put a double crochet in there or whatever. But if it's too far along in your project when you discover it, it's just one of those fun little features that you can tell your kids about later on, of like, you know, let them try and discover where the extra puzzle piece disappeared to. You know, so that if, say, you miss something down here where you got the things, but instead of like in the corner you put just 2 instead of 1, well, it's not actually going to affect anything. It's just going to maybe throw your eye annoyance off a little bit, but it ain't going to hurt nothing. But and then you can tell the kids, hey, go find it. It's when you just totally forget to put something in, that's when it's going to screw you over. So let me get over here. We did a chain 1, and now we're doing 3 more here. And then we'll chain 1 more. To do the next 3. So you got it like that. So, got a video. Alright, so you can see how it's slowly coming together. Now, let's say you just totally blow it and you totally screw something up. And you forget to put 1 in here. Yeah, that can actually affect it a little bit. Say you're doing it like this and you accidentally miss. The other set. So you're like, okay, I got it. It's all good. I'm going to chain 1 and then go on to my next one here. So you see, this is probably the most common issue that happens. There we go. So if you catch it here, great. At this stage, you just pull this out and put your second set in here. How to fix this? I would just watch your gap, and then if need be, if you're too far along, you can either pull it all out and put that one back in of the extra corner you need in there, or kind of wing it and just stick all the crochets that you need to get your corner into this one, so you have like 6 coming out of this one with the chain. of 3 in between them. So you have your thing and keep on going that way. That might be a way to do it, but it depends on how much it's going to irritate you and all that. If you can catch it early, I would just pull it out and keep do it correctly. So I'm going to, like I'm getting ready to do here, is I'm going to pull it out. And then, let's see. We're going to do chain 3. I think I got a chain in there already. I don't know. Don't care. It's just for testing. So we'll do 3 more double crochets here. And then chain 1. Do 3 more. Alright. Got the chainy thing. Put another chain in there. We're working on the chain gang, or something like that, however way the song goes. And then alright. I don't want to cut my red, so it's starting to. Alright, so we have our next corner. Okay, that's 3. Chaining of 3, so we can get our final corner going. Then do 3 more double crochets. Chain 1, and we need 3 more. Then you go back to here and you look for the top stitch of the chain, feed it in, slip stitch, and pull it out. So like I said, I don't want to cut my yarn, so that's why all this stuff is here. But we'll flip it over and look at the nice side. So this is what it's looking like now. But you can see how you started with this is your first row, this is your second, this is your third, this is your fourth. You can see the difference? So, and then for your gaps, when you do your next row, if you're going to do a next row, you'd be, where's the top here? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So all these gaps here, you have 3 now on the sides. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So just as it gets bigger and bigger, you're going to just have more gaps. And for the corners, again, you just do 3 chains here. But between, on the sides, you just do 1 chain. So it would be 1 chain here, 1 chain here, 1 chain here, 3, 3, 3, 3. And it's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You just get It's just going to grow bigger, 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 bigger until, you know, it explodes, or your house, you need to get a new house to contain your granny square. So anyways, I hope that explains it. I hope the two different colors kind of helps tell you the differences. This, again, this particular example was used using a magic square, or a magic circle, a magic square, a magic circle or a magic ring in the center, so we could pull the center loop tight if you wanted to. So you can do it that way. And see how the center just disappears completely if you want. And then you would just sew it in, or, you know, knot it and sew it in as you see fit. And for the color change stuff, again, I was just using this color yarn to change it out. There's ways to change the granny square yarn to different colors to make it actually look good. I don't know off the top of my head how to do that right away, because it's been a long time since I've done granny squares. So I would have to go look it up really quick and show everybody if they wanted to see it. But otherwise, I think that's everything. If you need any more help, let me know in the comments, or let me know on our Discord server, which is the Raining Crafts and Dogs Discord server. And talk to you later. Bye.